The third Baduan clean exercise is associated with the element earth, or with the changing phase earth, out of the Chinese traditional terminology. The third exercise is raising one arm to balance spleen and stomach. Jumping right into the exercise, it's quite simple. Our stance is the same than in the previous two postures. Make sure that the inside of your feet is parallel to each other. The exercise, once again, starts with an exhalation. Then you bring up one arm on the side of your body. You turn away the palm of your raised arm so that the palm is facing directly upwards and the fingers are pointing to the opposite side. So the fingers of my right arm are pointing to the left side now. Not back, not to the front, not somewhere else, not to the top, to the left side. What I want is my palm to be more or less directly over my head. So the whole thing looks like that. I bring up my right arm, turn it away, and at the same instance I turn away my right arm, my left arm bends in the wrist as well. Fingers of the left arm pointing straight to the front and the palm facing down. Once again in the flow, bring the arm up, turn away the palm and press. Come back, let the arm sink naturally, don't force it, don't let it drop like a stone. Now the other side, you bring up the arm, bend in the wrists, and you push away. So that's the last part of the exercise, the pushing away part. That's actually where the magic happens. That's the point where we have this stretching aspect, this twisting motion, this getting in flow and creating one polarity for the movement. I do the whole movement once again so that you get an idea. I bring my right arm up. Look here, I bend in the elbow a little bit before I actually push the heel of my palm away. So I bring the arm up, bend in the elbow, let it drop in, bend the wrists and push away from the body. Bring the arm back down again. And the other side. Lift the left arm. Bend in the elbow, let it drop in. Bend the wrists, push away. And release. Notice that the instant I release my left arm, the right wrist also releases. So it's always, the wrists are connected to each other. Whenever one bends and creates tension or relaxes, that's the point when the other one does the same in this specific exercise. Now there's one more thing. When you bring the arm down, make sure not to leave the shoulder up at the ear, but to drop it. Actually, the shoulder is one of the first things that drops with the whole arm, with the first impulse of relaxation. So you bring your arm up, drop the elbow in, my shoulder is still down, I push the palms away, I release, and in this release, my shoulder is the first thing of the arm to release. I don't let my arm drop and then release the shoulder. It's the other way around. I come up, push away, and release in the whole arm, and then the arm gently and slowly, with the least possible effort, floats back down again. Then the other arm raises. Arm comes up, palms push away, the whole arm relaxes and gently comes back down again. When you bring the arm up and you have this stretching aspect, make sure not just to stretch the right or the left shoulder upwards and push the other down, but make sure it's a movement that actually happens in the body. So you bring your arm up, watch this area now. The pushing away of, in this instance, my right palm actually starts from the center. It starts from the lower ribcage area, actually from the area where my stomach is located, and from this area I open up to the side and up. Now that's very important, because this twist in the center of my body, that's actually what gives me the most physical benefit of this exercise. It works tension in the stomach area, it works tension in the spleen area, and neurologically, all the nerve endings that come out of the spine, they have something to do with the organs that are at the same height. So tension back there in the spinal column, back in my erectores spinae, which are the small muscles close to the spine, if there is too much tension in them, then I'll also have blockages of my nerves, possible blockages of my nerves. The energy isn't flowing correctly, and that also puts a strain on the fascial system and on the organs that are in a specific region. So that's the reason why this exercise specifically balances out the stomach and the spleen. That's why we need to twist the middle of my body. I do the whole thing again. I come up with my right arm, push it away, left arm down, release, I come back down, left arm comes up, palms push away, and palms come back down again. Exhalation down here. I have an inhalation up to the furthermost point of tension. The release is the beginning of the exhalation. Inhalation, release, exhalation. So that's the whole set of the third exercise of the Baduan Chin. Be aware, this exercise is the only one that actually starts using my right arm. So this exercise starts on the right side and then the left follows. Count is simple. Up and up counts as one. Normally we do 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 exercises. All right, so that's the basic info for the third exercise. No specific things about the legs here. They obviously form the foundation for the exercise as in all the others, but they don't have that much to do with the actual movement in this case.